see all this talk of boxing fights, they want 50%, Usyk's and all this, Tyson's being greedy. Where I'm standing, Usyk, you and your team are worth 30%. You either take it or you leave it. And if you don't want it, go and fight Daniel Dubois at the Copper Box and get a few $1 million. If you want to make some real money, come and fight the Gypsy King. But I will say, for every day from today that you linger, mess around, I'm going to deduct 1% from the 30%. So every day, I'm going to deduct 1% until you take it. And if you don't take it, fight Dubois for $2 million. Not a problem. But how in the world could Jews ever offer me a deal? Not possible. TikTok, pussies. I see all this talk of boxing fights.
What's good, family? It's your man the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Richard bruh for coming through and boosting up the core. Respect, general. So we just heard there from your mans, the undisputed lineal scariest looking ass dude of the world, of all time. In fact, yeah, not even of the world. Not only is Tyson scary, the undisputed scary champion of the world. In my opinion, Fury goes down as number one all time. Yeah, it's not a case of being undisputed world scary champion. No, he the all time, he the GOAT, he goated. Tyson Fury has now achieved goated scary status. No one has ever been as scary as this dude. And the fact there stands, Team Fury stands still out here. Gareth A. Davis, Mr. Sissy 100%, Mr. Creepy Sissy cockporn looking ass dude. Yeah, the fact this dude out here saying, listen, we know Fury is the high value male and all these, you know, all of a sudden all these Andrew Tate dons coming out, oh, Tyson Fury, he high value male and he a cornball, he a scary cornball. I ain't trying to see no more from this guy. Get this guy out of here 100%. I don't know where the WBC at. Where they at? Where are they at? The whole world, it's grotesque the way the world is today. Sickening. The governing bodies, the government, everyone just, it's all a bit, everything. I mean, I'm not religious yet, but it says, money is the root of all evil. I get where they got that one from. You know what I'm saying? I really do understand where they get that from. Unbelievable, people. And to think weeks ago we was laughing about, Fury should get, you know what I mean? We was debating about 60-40. We was debating that Usyk wants 50-50 and Fury wants 60-40. Little did we know, in fact, I do have to credit myself, not myself, but I had a video coming soon. John Fury, he been said a few days ago, yep, Usyk needs to accept 30%. If he wins, we might give him 35%. Now, most people, myself included, discounted that. Oh, you know what John Fury is like. He's just kind of on the bandwagon. Little did we know, John Fury, which makes sense, I've been saying for a while, Team Fury, they're coordinated. The same thing happened in the AJ negotiations. At the time, the lyric, back in January 2021, back in January 2021, after AJ beat Pulev, the narrative was, oh, we want to fight AJ, but, you know, it's C19, and it's the venue, we can't find a venue. That's why we can't sign. Don't forget, people, from December 2020 to May 2021, Tyson Fury dibbed and dabbed, refusing to sign an AJ contract. Then he signed it. A week later, the judge, I think days later, the judge ruled against him and he was forced to fight Wilder. This guy is a Class A clown. A certified clown. And unfortunately, Tyson Fury is institutionally backed. His clownery is at the institutional level. Yeah, people talk about institutional structures. There is an institutional structure backing up Tyson's scariest actions. There's some old head, Alan Brazil, on the video regarding this topic. Yeah, Tyson Fury is the man. He deserves to demand what he wants. He can do what he wants. He just sold 60,000 against Chisora. He doesn't have to fight anybody he doesn't want to. He's the heavyweight champ. I thought, what the don't worry. You best believe that video coming in its own right. But unbelievable. And even these so-called hard guys like Simon Jordan and whatnot, peep this. So now maybe there's something coming later. Hopefully there's some Frank Warren thing coming later. Yeah, but you best believe today when this news broke, they spent. I mean, I'm not into football, but these guys spent 3 hours talking about football, and Simon Jordan had a little 30-second snippet. Yeah, don't get me wrong, he was quite scathing in his 30-second snippet, but makes me laugh. We've seen 2-hour videos about Conor Hen. We've seen 2-hour videos more or less every day. Simon Jordan has been dragging Eddie Hearn and dragging Conor Ben every day for about half an hour at least half an hour a day, and that's fine. But with all due respect, Conor Ben, he's small fry. He ain't even a world champion. You've got the guy who... It's not even just Fury's actions. Fair enough, yeah. If Fury's actions were to stay low profile and be the low profile bum slayer, that'd be one thing. But this guy out here woofing, lineal this, greatest of all time that, I'll fight you for free. I want the fans to see me punch Edge out for free. And I'm telling you now, this confirms... and that's the thing. Again, Simon Jordan, he put a little 1-minute clip out today. But then, Fury... Eddie Hearn played around with the AJ fight with Fury, and Fury... No. The common denominator every time, people, is Tyson Scary. Every single time without fail. At the time, I ain't gonna lie to you, I have to apologise to Team AJ. Back in September I said, it's 50-50. I'm not sure if it's Team Fury ducking. I'm not sure if it's Team AJ ducking. I know exactly who was ducking. Tyson Fury was ducking AJ, bottom line. Which actually, that was my ultimate conclusion. Because I believe AJ loves money more than anything. At that point, AJ, he'd already lost to the midget twice. Why would he not lose again? Why not? In fact, it's been open season on AJ Booty Hole. Who's up next? Yeah, who wants next? That's how AJ Booty Hole has been for the longest time. Who next? Yeah, who wants next? It's been an open invitation on AJ Booty Hole. And Tyson Fury, he didn't want next. That's what he didn't want. That's just what it is, people. He didn't want to fight AJ. He wanted to fight a bum. So people like Alan Brazil, old looking ass, can jump on the radio and boost this guy up. And it's not just him. There's a whole industry backing this guy up. Not to mention the regulators, the WBC. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this situation is so simple to be fixed. It goes like this. Yeah? WBC. We care about boxing. We be crooks, that's the real name. We be clowns is the real name. But let's pretend for a minute we be on real boxing. Yeah? We care about boxing. How about that? We be doing real boxing, 100%. Let's pretend for a minute WBC stands for we be cooking. We be getting at it. We be getting to the gotting. Let's pretend that just for a minute. Let's pretend for a minute WBC stands for we be getting to the gotting. All WBC has to do, Tyson Fury, we're ordering you to fight Usyk for 50%. Because from WBC's point of view, they don't care. They don't care otherwise. It shouldn't make a difference to them what split they get. We're ordering you to fight Oleksandr Usyk on a 50-50 basis. And the WBA, WBO, IBF should do the same. It's as simple as that. Now, if Tyson Fury wants to drop his belt, then I'd actually salute Fury. I'd say, listen, man, at the end of the day, people, Tyson Fury has chosen not to fight Usyk and he's dropped his belt. You can't really, if he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't want to fight. My issue is, he's able to carry on masquerading as the champion of the world, and that's what these guys are saying. The Talk Sport guys are saying, he's a champion of the world. He can do what he wants. He can sell out 60,000. He shouldn't be WBC champion. That's the point, people. How can the WBC champion, which used to be the premier belt, recently in the last few years, it's completely fell off. It's worthless now. It's actually one of the most joke belts. I mean, the fact Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury was put on for a belt just tells you all you need to know about the WBC. WBC is a complete clown show. But anyway, back to these guys. All these dudes have to do is step in and do it. Not even order the fight. Just put a bit of boundaries. Instead, oh no, let's have the WBC lineal world champion fighting Derek Chisora. I just don't get that. It's one thing when Fury had no belts and he was fighting Pinata and this guy and this bum and that bum and getting punched up by Otto Wallin and going 50-50 with this guy and that guy. But when you're world champion, I'm sorry, I don't believe in no warm-up fights. I don't believe in no Chisora before Usyk, or let's warm up. I don't believe in that. And that's why I've said, the run Usyk has got coming up next, assuming he does it, I think Usyk has the opportunity now to go down as a top 5, bottom line, all time. If Usyk goes on this run, it's beat AJ twice, beats Hrgovic, beats Dubois, beats Joe Joyce. That to me is a top 5 all time run. And then if he beats Fury, I actually think if Usyk does that run, AJ, Hrgovic, Joyce, Dubois, and then Fury, if he pulls that off, I've got him top 3 all time. Bottom line, I can't. That run is a real run. Now, fair play to AJ. When AJ was champion, with all due respect, he was doing something similar, but the difference is he didn't have that same crop. AJ was fighting the old era, 40-year-old Povetkin, 40-year-old Pulev. All due respect, it wasn't his fault. At that point, AJ, there wasn't a Dubois or a Joe Joyce around at that point. So I do salute AJ for what it's worth. He has never. Yet, don't get me wrong. Will AJ leave it all out there? Will AJ dig deep? No. But AJ will get in there and allow people to have a go on him, if that makes sense. That's better than, listen, at least at that point, listen. Whether you have heart or not is one thing. But at least AJ didn't clog the belts up. AJ could have clogged the belts up. Duck this guy, duck that guy, and be clogging it up. No, the minute AJ got in there with someone better than him, he lost the belts, and that's how it should be. Problem is, Fury, he's allowed not to get in there with people who can take his belt. That's just a fact, people. Not to mention the biggest fight of all time. Like, where's these people with random fans? These are the governing bodies. Why can we be saying we want this fight, and we be clowns just nowhere to be found? Where is the WBC? Where are they, people? How are they allowing this? About 70-30. And every day it's going down 1%. And it's so kind of eerie. Tyson Fury at the end of this message, he goes, tick tock, tick tock. I've heard that a few times. I think that was actually the 2021 time with AJ. He said something similar. Sign the contract, tick tock, tick tock. This guy's a clown. And I've had not argument, but I've debated with some people. I don't know what it is yet, but people have this weird narrative about boxers. There's this weird, cliche, casual comment. They say, oh, I don't believe, classic talk sport thing, but cliche, casual boxer, oh, I don't believe boxers are scared of anyone. Listen, people, I don't want to hear no more about that. Tyson Fury is scared to death of Usyk. Don't tell me, oh, no fighter's scared. What would you call it then? Yeah? It's only one fight. We're not asking Tyson Fury to fight for 500 grand. We're talking about Tyson Fury fighting for 60 million or 90 million. That's basically what he's trying to say. And by the way, 70-30 implies Tyson Fury's value is more than double Usyk's. More than double. Double would be 33 and 66. That's double. 70-30 is saying Tyson Fury is more than 2 times the value of Usyk with 3 belts, who's just beat the AJ, who is the UK king, or who was the UK king. Do you understand? So Usyk's not only just beat people for belts, he's actually absorbed that UK ruler clout, if that makes sense. 60-40 for me, is that's the limit. I think there's absolutely no way Usyk should have anything to do with 70-30. I think 60-40 he can stretch there. I think really 60-40 the winner, and that's to me the beautiful thing was the 60-40 for the winner. Again, the TalkSport clowns, oh, Fury should have 60. Even Eddie Hearn, to be honest, oh, Fury should have 60 guaranteed anyway. Well, on what basis? Just win the fight. Do you believe you're going to win the fight or not? Again, it tells you all you need to know, people. Tyson Fury is scared to death of this guy. I can't explain why. I still have him as a favourite, but it's irrelevant. And I've been saying this for the longest time. It's not about what makes sense. It's not about logic, people. It's about Tyson Fury had a contract with Deontay Wilder. It took a year and millions of dollars of court fees to force him in the ring with Wilder. Yeah, that's just what happened. He went on to win the fight. It doesn't mean he didn't try to duck it. AJ, multiple times. Fight didn't happen. Wait a minute, AJ, he fought everyone else. And by the way, since then, while people say, why beat Wilder, AJ ducked Wilder. Listen, Wilder has since admitted he ducked that fight. He's since admitted, yeah, I messed up with it. I took a big L not taking the DAZN deal. Wilder's been made that oopsie doopsie. AJ has made all the big fights with people who want it. Fury, he don't want it. Fury has ducked the AJ fight. He tried to duck the Wilder fight. Listen, let's be real here, yeah? If Wilder didn't have a contract, he wouldn't have got the third fight. This wouldn't happen, people. That's a fact. Fury genuinely spent at least $1 million in court trying not to fight Wilder. Fury stands out there. Explain what universe that's on. And then again, here we go about the deadline. The minute you hear deadline, listen, this Tyson Fury is the man who gave Derek Chisora all the time in the world. He literally told Chisora, don't rush Chisora, have another 2 weeks. In fact, I don't even think he mentioned deadline. All I know is, Usyk Fury was out here giving AJ deadlines, and then the Chisora fight didn't get signed for 4 weeks. And Team Fury had the gall on them. Team Fury are so low IQ, they didn't realise Derek Chisora, at the time at least, was managed by 258. 258 is AJ's company. Whilst Tyson Fury was out here giving it that I want AJ, he was in the video in the DMs of Derek Chisora via 258 management. Do you know what I'm saying? These guys they're honestly, it's sickening. I wouldn't mind if it was one man, but it's the whole. Listen, if Fury was one man who was out here on his high horse talking about being lineal champion, but had no belt, I'd say, listen, you've been stripped because you didn't want to fight, and the WBC did what was right and ordered the undisputed fight, and you've been stripped. If you want to run around and clown around on your own and you're known as a fraud, then so be it. But the system backed this guy up. Where has it? Listen, people, the same thing happened in the Wilder situation. When Wilder had a contract for the Fury 3 fight, yeah, all WBC had to do was say, Tyson Fury, we're ordering Wilder versus Fury 3. That's all they had to do. Tyson Fury, if you want this belt, you need to fight Wilder. You need to fulfill your contract and fight Wilder. WBC went missing for 18 months. Weren't heard of. That's a fact. They were not heard from. They weren't even. In fact, I'm trying to think. When was the last time Fury fought a mandatory? When was the last time? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the Wilder 3 fight couldn't have been a mandatory. How do we know that? Well, it wasn't ordered. Because if it was ordered, Wilder never would have had to have gone to court. So wait a minute. Oh no, it was Dillian. Sorry, my bad. It was Bumillion. Yeah, Bumillion's right. He was the Mando. Okay, fair enough. You got one Mando in about 10 years. So Tyson, the WBC's got one Mando. And even then, that Mando's a year old. And it was all stretched out. Fury's been just hanging around the place. And, like, we need to get rid of this whole business of Mando every 6 months. Like, get that out of here. Mando every year, sorry. Every fight should be a mandatory. Yeah? There should be no, well, you have one on and one off. No. If you're the champion, and that's why the old school guys, there was only 1 or 2 belts, so you was fighting. There wasn't no time. Everyone was looking to get their go on you. These days, you can nick a belt like Tyson Fury has. Especially the WBC is renowned for being the most crafty and most corrupt. If you get a WBC belt and you're a money man, you're laughing. Because they will bend the rules and enable you. They are absolute enablers. Where are they, people? And I'm sure there's cats out there, YB, why aren't you talking more about Fury? This isn't about Fury at this point. The powers, the government, or the authorities should be stepping in now. Listen, Fury, I mean, the classic purse bid thing. Normally how it works is, you're given 30 days. 30 days. When something's ordered, yeah, you're given 30 days to work it out. If you can't work it out, it goes to purse bids. The governing bodies, who are legally speaking, they're supposed to work together for unifications. We've all heard of the boxing cliche, and I'm sorry, but it is a cliche, because it's never enforced. Yeah? Unifications are supposed to supersede mandatories. But here we are. Yeah? So we've got now the WBA. I've got a video coming soon, but you best believe it. WBA has today ordered Dubois versus Usyk. Essentially saving Tyson Fury, bailing Tyson Fury out. Tyson Fury will now say, oh, I would have punched Usyk up, but he's got to fight with Dubois now. He's been ordered to fight Dubois. And I think it's quite interesting. Notice, Fury, how does Fury know so much about Usyk's mandatories? Oh, good luck fighting Dubois for a few million. Why have you got that on the tip of your tongue? You're supposed to be worrying about your own career. You tell us you don't even watch social media, but yet you know about Usyk's mandatories and who's next and where he's going to be fighting and who he's going to be fighting and how much he's going to get paid. Do you think that's a coincidence? I don't. Frank Warren's told the WBA to order it. So that when this Usyk and Fury fight don't happen, they can say, oh, we were just about to sign, but we know Usyk got pulled and Usyk don't want to... Usyk's ducking to fight Dubois. That's what's coming next, 100%. But Fury couldn't help himself. And no matter what happens, Fury has ducked the Usyk fight because he is scared to death of him. Yeah? Don't tell me about fighters don't get scared. If they didn't get scared, he'd have been in there, 60-40, winner takes it. Yeah? That's just what you do. And the fact that Usyk's prepared to do the same. Now for me, Usyk isn't perfect either. Every man, what goes around comes around in life. And Usyk, he has played a similar... Hatman was gassing. Oh, it's not the same. No, it is the same. What Usyk did to Joe Joyce is a similar thing to what Fury is doing to Usyk. But for what it's worth, that's for another day. For today, on this case, on the Fury versus Usyk case, Usyk, I give him literally 10 out of 10 stars. He took my advice. The 60-40 to the winner is an amazing deal. And the fact Usyk's prepared, Usyk's happy to take 40. In fact, as it happens, I've got a video coming soon, Usyk's agreed to take 30. Oops. Which is the offer that's been put out here, but we're going to say that for another day. You best believe it as well. But I do have to say, Usyk, man, he's gone up. Again, I don't like what he did with Joe Joyce. That's a clown move. But putting that in the past, letting bygones be bygones. Usyk, man, he that guy. He getting down like, as far as boxing goes, he a real one. And Fury is so fake, but there's still man fans out there. There's still man fans standing for this guy. Standing for him. Yeah, 70-30 is too much. And wait a minute. Literally, Dillian White, people. I think he got 20. And this shows you Fury's mentality. I remember. Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. Fury was so desperate to get that fight. He ended up offering, at one point, I think he was offering Dillian like 33%. Well, it was definitely 30%. At one point in December 2021, it must have been. No, December 2022. No, December 2021. Fury said, you know what? I'm desperate to get in your knickers, Dillian White. Let's just make this fight. Take 30%. I think the order in was 20%. And Dillian White was trying to get 40, I think, or something like that. Fury said, take 30. So wait a minute. And that's documented. Look it up. Tyson Fury offers Dillian White 30%. So wait a minute. Tyson Fury's offering Dillian White, a man who's never beat AJ twice, never not even just beat AJ. Usyk dethroned AJ, took his unified belts. Hasn't really done anything. What's Dillian White's big win? Life and death with Parker. 50-50. Had to peel himself off the mat. Come on now. Usyk just popped the big buff UK King Heavyweight. Popped his cherry. Well, essentially popped his cherry for him. On UK soil. And you're telling me that Usyk's got the same value. Usyk with 3 belts, having just dethroned the UK King in the UK one time and on the global stage the other time. You're telling me that guy's worth just as much as Dillian White? That don't make no sense, does it? Why was Tyson Fury happy and desperate to pay Dillian White 30%, but not to pay Usyk 40. That in itself is a pure contradiction. I tell you why Tyson Fury was happy to pay Dillian Whyte 30, because Dillian Whyte has stilts for legs. Dillian Whyte boxes on stilts. Yeah, the first thing that touches him, yeah, you go and stiff as a board. And Fury knew that. Yeah, that's why Fury jumped in the ring. If you're stiff and useless, Fury's all over you. Fury literally pays guys to get in there who are stiff and useless. Not being disrespectful, but look at Chisora. Chisora stiff and useless. Fury was throwing money at him. But listen, did anyone hear from Derek Chisora complaining about the money he was being paid? Did anyone hear about Derek Chisora complaining about the split? No, because Fury was throwing money at him. Fury loves nothing more than to pay, or essentially to overpay bums. He just want to get in there with you. If you're a bum, he desperate. He will pay a bum 40%. If it means he can make 60% in an easy fight, he's all over it. That's just the bottom line. But a tricky fight, and that's what worries me not worries me, but what shocks me is I actually had Fury as a heavy favourite. Even during this last process over the last few months, I thought, yeah, man, Fury's still got this. But he's actually, like, all jokes aside, part of me thought the fight might happen. Part of me thought Fury's all over this guy like a rash. But genuinely now, I think the fight's 50-50 if it happens. If it was to happen, which it's not. It's off. It's completely off now. Completely off. Team Usyk, they've half already said. I mean, let's not forget, people. Usyk's team, they went to 60-40. That was them bending. We'll do 60-40 to the winner to help you out if you're confident you'll win, which was a boss move. And that's where they should stay, really. Usyk should keep their character and do that. Because I think this clown show, Fury, he's just going to move the goalpost. But then again, maybe that's what Usyk should do. But it's difficult. It's a moral dilemma. What do? Do you stand by your morals and do what's right, i.e. 60-40, and enable this clown to fight bums? Or do you just chase him down and agree to take 20%? It's difficult, isn't it? Obviously, this selfish boxing fan, yeah, take 20%. And the reason I say 20%, listen, if you think, and that's why I just don't think the fight happens, bottom line. Yeah, Fury saying 70-30, he doesn't want it. So yeah, maybe in a way Usyk should just call his bluff. Yeah, you know what, 70-30, let's do it. But then it gets to one point where, yeah, no, actually, thinking about it, no. I know for a fact this fight isn't happening. Why? Well, the Saudi money's gone. And Team Usyk already leaked the fact that even if Fury got paid zero, even if Usyk got paid zero, it wasn't enough for Fury. So that in itself shows this 70-30. Fury put out a split, yeah, that's not completely like Fury. That 70-30 split is a split that's not completely delusional in as much as he knows Fury man stands can get behind that. But it's not good enough for Usyk to jump all over it immediately. So Fury's pitched himself in the middle. Yeah, this is going to run the clock out. He knows Usyk ain't going for 30%, and equally he can. Yeah, listen, people. There's a reason Fury didn't come out and say 60-40, because Usyk might actually go for that. You know what I'm saying? But truth be known, right now, Usyk, for what it's worth, I don't think Fury are going to agree to anything. So Usyk might as well make a complete clown of this guy. Stay on his neck. Yeah, you know what? No worries, 30%. Let's do it then. Because he's not going to go through with it anyway. That's what I believe. Now, if it ends up he actually goes along with it, then you can take it from there. You can then start playing games. You know what? I accepted for 20%, but you know what I mean? That's what Usyk should do. Usyk should call this guy's bluff. Agree to as low as whatever he wants, and see if he follows through. And then you then at least have the control. Yeah? Let's say Fury goes down to 20%. If you agree and he sends you a contract and he sends you a signed contract, you then have the power. You can then say, you know what, 20% is a big number, still a big number. It's still life-changing money, and I think I've got this guy. Or you can say, you know what, stick the 20% up your backside. I was playing around with you, clown. That gives you the power. Right now, because Fury has no morals and he has no shame, he maintains that power. Usyk's trying to uphold the sport to some sort of standard. But with these clowns, you have to be a clown back. And that's how Usyk gets the power back. Play this guy. You know what, Fury, no problem, we'll take 20%. Let him do all let all his goofballs make all the contracts up and then say, you know what, I actually changed my mind. Oops. Yeah. Get the power back. Punk this guy off. And if that's what I'd actually go for, if I was Team Usyk right now, yeah, of course try and make the fight. Listen, if Usyk's happy to fight for 30% or 20%, genuinely, then go for it. Make a scrap of difference to me, but it does pain me. It does, like, the injustice of it does pain me. It's not right at all. And that's why, where are the governing bodies at? The governing bodies have a rule, yeah, it's something like mandatory challengers can't be paid less than, I think it's 25 or 20%. So, the bare bones minimum on an any man, you can be any man and get a mandatory shot. Any man. Especially in this day and age with 4 belts. Everyone's getting a Mando shot these days. And they get 20% guaranteed. That's just what it is. 20-25% guaranteed. Any Mando gets 20% guaranteed. And you're telling me the unified champion of the world, who beat AJ, has taken his clout. AJ wasn't just another champion. AJ was a huge man in his own right, meaning that Usyk's actually a big name now, especially after the Tony Bellend win. Usyk globally has real momentum. He beat Tony Bellend, who had beat David Haye. Don't forget that. Yeah, Tony Bellend beat David Haye, which boosted his clout up. Usyk then knocks him out. And then he's gone on to beat the daddy of... Let's not forget, people. It's easier to look back and talk about AJ, this, that, the other. At the time, AJ was the king of the world. And the big daddy, Pappy. He was big... Listen, AJ was big Pappy in the UK. Usyk absorbed all that clout. So for that guy who's absorbed all that clout and has 3 belts and done whatever he's done at Cruiserweight, he's only worth a smidgen more than any bum Mando. Come on. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm stuck. I am stuck in 2 worlds. I am stuck. So ultimately, I guess it comes down to Usyk should just do what he wants to do. Whatever he can live with is good with me. This isn't a case of, sometimes I might say, you know what, man, yeah, you're not worth that, just do it. Like, for example, Dillian White. I was telling Dillian White, when Dillian White was talking about I want 40%, I said, Dillian, you'd be lucky to get 20. That's genuinely what I said. I said, Dillian, you're worth 20 at a push. You should be licking Fury's backside for 20%. Because you're a nobody. You've done nothing. All you've done is tell us how chinless Fury is. Go in there and chin this guy. There's no rematch clause. Go in there, chin this guy, and then you'll show us your worth. You know what I mean? I'm not delusional, but Usyk, he genuinely does have more than 30% value. Anyway, Fury's completely exposed. I do want it. It's interesting. Like, after Jake Paul lost to Timmy Fumbles, there were so many Fury stands. You man was out here living your best life, but I've noticed, where are you man at? I don't know. Like, the Fury man stands, they just fell off. I haven't seen them. I don't know. Maybe, listen, we need to put an SOS call out, alerting all Fury man stands, all team scary man stands. Where are you man at? Because you man for sure have fell off. I just don't see. Normally you man are out here. Oh, Fury, middleweight, Rabbit, Gap ET. But I haven't, genuinely, I can't remember the last time over the last week. Ever since, it must have been Krasiuk. Krasiuk came out on TalkSport a few days ago, and ever since then, genuinely, I haven't seen not even one Fury man stand. You man have just been zapped from the internet. And I've got to be honest, as bad as Krasiuk was in exposing Fury, this is the worst one yet. Yeah, to think Oleksandr Usyk was sitting there in the video talking about... Remember that, people? Let's not forget that. Krasyuk was in the video talking about 60-40, like that was a debating point. Fury's just come along and blew our mind. We all thought, let's be real here, up until this video, we all thought it was a case of, well, Fury wants 80%, and next thing we know, actually, it's 70%. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we was actually debating 60-40. Because 60-40 may have been a debate. That's the question, people. Whether it's 50-50 or 60-40, that was an alleged debate. That is eligible to be in a debate. 70-30, it didn't even get into the ether. That's genuinely bottom line. We spend a lot of time in this game. 70-30, it didn't even crawl in, did it? Seriously. Over the last 3 months, I haven't seen anyone actually mention 70-30. And yet here it is. From Mr. Scary, Mr. I'll do it for free, Mr. This for the fans, and Mr. It's for the legacy, and Mr. It's for the legacy. I want an unbelievable split. But like I said, in conclusion, I ain't going to keep going around in circles. In conclusion, the reason the fight won't happen is because even if Usyk agrees to a 70% split, Fury will want a 70% split of the Saudi money, which is double. Do you understand, people? The Wembley money is, say, 60 million. Or, for argument's sake, the Wembley money is 100 million, yeah? Categorically, we know the Saudi money is 200 million, double. The reason there's no way this fight happens on April 26th is that even if Fury accepts 70-30, there's no way Fury is going to take 30 mil when he could have... Sorry, there's no way Fury is going to get 70 mil when he could have got 140. Not in a month for Sundays. Anyway, people, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%. No doubt about it.